guys are having a great Thursday. It's a throwback Thursday. Put some 80s on, put some 90s on. You drive around in your car. You're feeling great. Hope everybody is making money and enjoying their day. And today I wanted to talk about this message I saw on the Uber app. They sent it through email, and also it is in your inbox on your Uber app. And I wanted to record this earlier today, but I got sidetracked and was on the live stream watching Thorsten, also known as Rideshare Professor. So that was a fun live chat. Thank you, Thorsten, for that. And anyway, with all my good intentions, I wanted to make everybody, all the Uber, Lyft drivers, or whatever rideshare app you're on right now. As far as I know, there's Uber Lyft, Wings. There is also Alto. There's also Arcade City. And then there's also this Dumpling Drive app from northern states, or I'm not sure where they're from exactly. But, well, so Uber sends us all an email, and it says that, and they're trying to justify the Prop 22. They're trying real hard. But guys, if you really think about it, and if you really look at this email they just sent, they just shot themselves in the foot with this email, because they would have probably done a better job with this Prop 22 if they kept everything vague, as much vague and cloudy as possible. But of course, we're in the United States of America, and thank God everything here has a fine print, and it really explains the intention behind each proposition or whatever we're voting for. And so the Uber sends us all a message trying to explain and position themselves, to the drivers, why should we vote yes on Prop 22. But keep in mind also that everything Uber and Lyft as well has done so far in terms of minimum wage, minimum earning guarantee, or any sort of bonus, there's always that sort of a hidden calculation in there, basically where they have all the data from your daily driving. They know exactly what you're making. So whenever they do these things, they're never really paying out more than they should. They're really only sometimes just guarantee that you'll make so much in this amount of time and this number of miles you've driven. And so basically what they're doing with Prop 22 is basically, if you read between the lines, like I'm doing here, they're basically telling you if you drive this many miles, and we're gonna pay you this much, and we're gonna reimburse you this much per mile. And so if you really take into account how much you'll be getting paid, it's just not really justifying anything, if you know what I mean. But let's get into it. So the message starts off with this: we believe a better way to work is possible. Apps like Uber are great for finding flexible work that can help you make ends meet. Ends meet. They don't want to pay you, they just want to make your ends meet, basically. I think the Uber just shut themselves in the foot, baby. Making ends meet? Bro, how low can you go, Uber? Shit. Uber, guys, Uber thinks we're making our ends meet. No respect. But it can sometimes be hard to know exactly how much you will make by driving or delivering food. That's why we're fighting for Prop 22. It will give you an earnings guarantee so that you can always know the minimum you'll earn for your time. Prop 22's earnings guarantee includes the first bullet: minimum earnings. If you earn less than the guarantee, 120% of the minimum wage over 2 weeks, or we'll pay you the difference. Second bullet point: expense reimbursement. This earnings guarantee includes 30 cents per mile to account for your expenses, such as gas and vehicle wear and tear. And guys, please, I'm making a huge deal out of this 30 cents per mile. they specifically are paying you for is the 30 cents per mile on the way to pick up and on the trip only. It does not include you going to the gas station mileage. It does not include you going to the grocery store to get supplies for your car mileage. It does not include you going to repair your car mileage. It doesn't include you going to the car wash mileage. It doesn't include mileage if you're going from CTA to CTB, because you know CTB is more profitable to drive in. Take that into account. So that right there, that's a no-no. No upper limit. The minimum is just that. A minimum, there's no upper limit how much you can earn. So basically what they're trying to say here, everything is going to remain the same, guys. We're just going to pay you the minimum. And believe me, they already know how much you'll earn. Excuse me. They've already compiled enough data to know exactly how much you guys earn. They know specifically that they'll pay you 20% over the minimum wage, because they calculated that this is not gonna cause them a loss of any kind. It's most likely as a business as usual for Uber with this rates. Tips are on top. That's the last bullet point. As always, you keep 100% of the tips. Guys, I just wanted to stress and tell you, I'm also a driver that used to think that yes on Prop 22 is a good thing. It is actually a bad thing if you really read the Proposition 22 and understand the only two things that you get with it: 30 cents per mile on the way to pick up the passengers and 30 cents per mile on the trip. That means if you've driven for 80 hours this week, and out of those 80 hours, look at your earnings. You were with the passenger for, out of those 80 hours in the week, you've probably been with the passenger for maybe 5 hours. So you're only getting 5 hours paid at the minimum wage plus 20%. Guys, that's, what's the minimum wage in LA? $13 an hour, for example. 5 hours, that's $50, 3 times 5, 15. That's about $76. Tell me if my math is off. I think it's $76 plus 20%. I'm actually better off using a calculator. My math is just so bad right now. $65 plus 20%. So you're gonna get $80 for driving, for a week of driving, 80 hours a week that you've been online, right? You've been online for 80 hours a week. You've driven a passenger for 5 hours. At the minimum wage plus 20%, I just calculated that to be $78. That's 5 hours times $13 an hour and times 20%, okay? So think about it. This is total bullshit, guys. People, drivers, fathers, mothers, grandmothers, grandfathers, humans, understand this is not a gimmick. I'm not trying to, raise a big deal here, but I'm just trying to read through the numbers. In this email, they're actually trying to explain how this works. For example, they're saying that you're going to get 30 cents a mile plus 1.2 times minimum wage times hours, right? That's what I just did with 5 hours times $13 an hour plus 20%. For example, this is their example. Over 2 weeks, a driver in LA is en route to pickups and on trip for 500 miles. For a total of en route and on trip time of 20 hours. So think about it. That's 2 weeks of driving. So let's say you've been driving for 160 hours. Realistically, most of us are online on average 80, 90, 100 hours a week. I'm online sometimes 140 hours a week right now. So I'm online for 280 hours a week. Out of those 280 hours a week, I've probably driven maybe 5 or 6 hours with the client or on the way to the client. if I look at my earnings. Their example says that you've been en route and on trip for 20 hours. In this case, the driver would have a total earnings of $462. That's 30 cents times 500 miles en route to pick up and with the customer equals $150. 1.2 times 13, that's 20 times 20 hours, that's $312. So they're saying that 150 plus 312 is 462, the minimum earning guarantee. So in this example, if the driver makes less than $4.62, they're saying it as $23.10 per hour. Again, don't forget, guys, think about it. How much do you drive with the client in your car or on the way to your client per week? I drive 140 hours a week. Excuse me, I'm online 140 hours a week with an actual passenger in my car or on the way to the passenger. I would probably say 5-6 hours at most, not even more per week. So in addition to this earnings guarantee, Prop 22 will also give you access to health benefits. To end this video about this email, I'll tell you this. Vote no on Proposition 22 because this is just another gimmick. Yes, Uber would just read between the lines. Yes, Uber, there's actually drivers that do Excel spreadsheets. Yes, Uber and Lyft, we are the drivers that sit down and actually calculate and understand how much our car costs to drive per mile. Yes, Uber, we actually the people that sit down and calculate our cost of doing business. We know how much it costs us to run our cars. We know how many hours we are online. So this is not going to work. What is going to work is Uber doing similarly to what the Dumpling app is doing out of northern states, is basically be a subscription service. Pretty much it. You know, I can sign up for Uber app and pay them maybe $20 a month, and you know, I can get pings through the app. They can keep their 20%. Me, as a business owner, I will set my own rates in the app. I will keep my book of clients in the app. Uber can do this today, that they choose not to. They choose to play games and make us all employees. And so think about it. Really, this is something that's within the grasp of Uber, and they can do this any day. Any day they can sit down and change their app and to make it do something where makes us true independent contractors. That's all there is to it. So Uber thinks they are the shit, but according to other apps that are coming to the market in Los Angeles, such as Alto, Arcade City, the Dumpling Driver app. By the way, they should change that name. Dumpling is not going to cut it. There's already competition coming onto the market. So if Uber and Lyft are going to put the tails behind their asses, pardon my French, and run from the state, see you later. We can do so much better without you. We can do a lot better than what Uber and Lyft does, and believe me, they don't want to leave the state. Los Angeles in California is one of the biggest cities in the country where Uber and Lyft make a big chunk of money, so they're going to do everything out of their hat of tricks to stay here. So anyway, you know, I hope everybody is enjoying the day today. And also, let me pull up my channel here. And I just want to do a shout out to my subscribers. just to read it. Might as well just record it. And let's see here. Got a few comments on here. So I got Don Whitmer. I agree. No on Prop 22. Uber will never make us employees, and franchise model will not work. They will either work with the state and make changes to the app and their business model to make us true independent contractors, or they'll just leave to California. On a side note, Lyft is just a complete joke. I agree with Don Whitmer completely. The vote no on Prop 22. Payment Ali. You're right about emphasizing the difference between the rate increase versus pay increase. This is a common mistake in the news stories. Rideshare channels should take need to emphasize this distinction in their videos too. Exactly, I agree with Payment Ali. What you hear in the news is wages, paychecks. Guys, stop, stop, stop. We are not here to earn wages and paychecks. We're business owners. We earn per mile. We deduct our car expenses per mile. We keep the difference. That's how this business works. That's how it's always worked. And it will not work any other way. You cannot give me a paycheck and make me drive nonstop, 8 hours a day, pick up, doing crazy rides. I mean, me as a business owner, I want to have a choice where I drive, who I drive, how much I earn, how much I charge per mile, where I go, where I wait for my customer. That is my choice. That is my freedom. And you're not going to take it away from me. So guys, vote no on Prop 22. Uber and Lyft, goodbye. Unless you want to change, it's up to you to change. We're not going to change. We are the people, the drivers. We want independence, set our own rates, set our own hours. We're not going to play your games. We see what you're offering as a Prop 22 is a gimmick. It's a total gimmick, and you should be ashamed for thinking so lowly of drivers that they will take that. If you want to make us independent contractors, lease your app to us. Charge me a monthly fee, or do what you do now. Take 20% off of every ride, and I am the business owner. I have my own book of clients, and I will set my own rates. On that note, guys, keep reading between the lines. Don't let these companies throw clouds over your head. So, or like in some cultures, they call it put spaghetti on your ears. That means they're lying. So, yeah, enjoy your day. Happy Thursday, everybody. And I'll see you next time.